Okay, we're going to do problems number 29, A and B. So it's a good reminder in number 29 that oxidation numbers do not have to be whole numbers. And whether it's balanced in acid or base, it doesn't matter. You balance it just the same way. So let's start out with the equation. Okay. So we have to assign oxidation numbers. So charges have this, or they've got the same oxidation as their charge, okay? So that thing's got a -1 charge. Oxygen is a -2 oxidation. Therefore, the chlorine has to be +1. Here, each of the iodines must have an oxidation of a -1/3, so that it adds up to the charge of -1. And then the iodide has got an oxidation of -1. Its charge was 1-, and they have the same oxidation as their charge. Okay? So now we have to look at who's being reduced, who is being oxidized. The chlorine is being reduced. It's going from a +1 to a -1. So this is my reduction. And then the iodine is getting oxidized. It's going from a -1 to a -1/3. And if you ever get confused, I always do, I have to write this out. So if your number's getting smaller, you're a reduction. If your number's getting bigger, it's an oxidation. So if you're at -1 and you're going to -1/3, that's actually getting bigger. That's why that one is the oxidation. Okay, so now we're going to balance the reactions. So we balance using what we have. So this becomes Cl-, right? And then we balance the oxygens using water. And then we balance the hydrogens. And I didn't leave myself enough room. We're going to need 2 of them. And then we balance the charge. So on the left side, we've got a total charge of +1. And on the right side, we have a total charge of -1. So that means we're going to have to add 2 electrons to the that side. Okay? So why don't I rewrite that so that looks a little bit more intelligible. There we go. So the charge is balanced. Now let's do this for the oxidation. I'm going to need I3 over here, I'm going to need a 3 there. To balance my charge, I'm going to need 3 electrons there. There are no hydrogens or oxygens to balance. Okay, so now we add it all up. And I forgot to balance the electrons. So we got 3 here, and I've got 2 there. So I have to multiply this reaction by 2. I'm going to multiply that reaction by 3. So then this becomes 6. 6. This becomes 6, 6, 3, 3, 3. Okay? Oh, I forgot to put the 2 there. All right. So now the electrons will cancel. We add up the reaction. We have 6 iodides plus 6 H pluses plus 3 hypochlorates. Give me 2 of those. Plus 3 chlorides plus 3 waters. Okay? So the charges balance on each side, and it's balanced in acid because H plus is an acid. Okay? So that's all it means by balanced acid, is that you have H pluses. Okay? Let's do the next one. Okay. Oxygen has an oxidation of -2. It has to add up to the -1 on the outside, so that means my nitrogen must be a +5. Over here, oxygen's a -2, so the nitrogen must be a +2. Arsenate has got a -3 charge. Hydrogen's got a +1, so that means its oxidation is +1. This one's -2, so this has to be a +5, because 2 times 4 is -8, plus 5 gives me my -3. This is -2, this is +3. So my nitrogen is being reduced. And my oxidation is this guy. Alright, so we balance the nitrogens using this. Then we balance the oxygens using water. Got 2 oxygens there, 3 there. Then I balance my hydrogens using H+. And then I balance my charge. I'm going to need 3 electrons. Okay, the arsenic, I'm going to need 2 of these. Then I balance my oxygens by adding water. Whoops, that's not right. I have 8 oxygens here and 3 there, so I'm going to need 5 of those. Then I balance my hydrogens. I have 6 on this side, 10 on that side, so 5 hydrogens. And then balance my charge with 4 electrons. So then I have to do the lowest common denominator between the 3 and the 4. So I can multiply this by 3, multiply this one by 4. All right, the electrons should cancel. Add it up. Now we have 15 waters on this side and 8 waters on that side. So those 8 are going to cancel. So I'm going to end up with 7 waters. I have 16 hydrogens here and 12 there, so that means I'm going to be left with 4 hydrogens. Then plus my 3 of these, my 4 nitrates, my 4 NOs, and then my 6 of those. And it should be balanced. Okay? That's balancing an acid because you have an H+. And then we do the exact same thing with balancing an base, but there's a slight difference. There's just one extra step at the end.